In the lethal chess game of modern combat, the line between strategic genius and utter defenselessness is razor thin. In 2012, the Canadian Armed Forces executed a decision that left their mechanized brigades completely exposed and vulnerable, stripping them of the Canada M113A2 ADATS. For more than a decade, Canada remained the only North American treaty organization member deploying frontline armor, while leaving the skies completely open to hostile airspace intrusion. Today, as the relentless evolution of low-altitude threats in Eastern Europe turns unprotected armor into defenseless targets, Ottawa is scrambling hundreds of millions of dollars to acquire Saab RBS-70NG systems. This massive gap has led leading global defense analysts to argue that the premature retirement of this hyper-advanced monster was a self-inflicted blow to the nation. On paper, their only tactical salvation would be the rapid acquisition of next-generation short-range air defense, a frantic process that officially advanced on April 9, 2026, when Canada issued a formal request for proposals for its ground-based air defense program. How did a nation with one of the most advanced dual-purpose systems on Earth find itself completely defenseless against modern threats? And what was the hidden truth behind the sudden downfall of this mechanical beast? The Canada M113A2 ADATS was not just an air defense vehicle. It was an untouchable alpha designed to dominate the late Cold War battlefield. Developed to counter massive armor formations and tactical aviation, this platform unified heavy anti-tank capabilities with supersonic air defense on a single mobile chassis. At its core, the system utilized the MIM-146 missile, a projectile capable of accelerating past Mach 3, reaching speeds above 1,029 meters per second. With an operational engagement envelope extending out to 10 kilometers and a service ceiling of 7,000 meters, it offered hostile fighter bombers and attack helicopters zero chance of evasion. For ground combat, the 12-kilogram high-explosive anti-tank fragmentation warhead was engineered to perforate up to 900 millimeters of rolled homogeneous armor. This immense destructive capability meant that a single Canada M113A2 ADATS could render heavily armored main battle tanks completely useless from a safe distance, making it a terrifying presence for any opposing military force. Before we go on, you think Canada made a mistake by retiring this system too soon? Subscribe now so you never miss an episode. And tell me where you are watching from. To truly understand the tactical dominance of this platform, one must examine the revolutionary electronic warfare stealth that made it a ghost on the battlefield. Unlike traditional Soviet systems like the 9K-33 OSA or Western counterparts like the French Crowtail, which emitted continuous radar signatures that instantly triggered radar warning receivers on enemy aircraft, the Canadian vehicle operated on a different philosophy. It utilized its X-band pulse Doppler radar with a 25-kilometer detection range only for initial target acquisition. The moment a threat was identified, the system transitioned entirely to passive tracking using its high-definition electro-optical infrared sensors. The MIM-146 missile was then guided using a highly precise laser beam riding technique. Because the platform emitted no tracking radar frequencies during the engagement phase, enemy cockpit warning systems remained completely silent until the supersonic projectile impacted the fuselage. This combined sensory suite allowed the mobile unit to hunt in total electronic silence, rendering hostile anti-radiation missiles completely useless. Beyond its undetected tracking capabilities, the sheer kinetic energy of the platform redefined frontline defense parameters in the late 20th century. Upon launch, the missile reached its maximum velocity of Mach 3 within a few seconds, forcing military aircraft into a near-zero survival window. The 12-kilogram dual-purpose warhead was a masterpiece of military engineering, integrating a proximity laser fuse for aerial threats and a shaped charge for heavy armor. In field trials, this warhead demonstrated the ability to penetrate 900 millimeters of rolled homogeneous armor, a technical specification that allowed the Canadian system to effortlessly neutralize advanced main battle tanks. This dual capability effectively meant that a single three-man crew could lock down a 10-kilometer pocket of airspace while simultaneously functioning as a long-range tank destroyer. It was this unparalleled versatility that established the vehicle as an untouchable alpha, a hyper-advanced asset that seemed perfectly suited to anchor the North Atlantic Treaty Organization defenses for decades to come. Yet, even the most formidable military monsters possess a hidden Achilles heel, and for this advanced platform, the laws of physics and political shifts proved fatal. In 1987, during rigorous United States military evaluations for the Forward Area Air Defense Program at White Sands, a critical vulnerability emerged. The precise laser beam riding guidance system, which provided its unmatched electronic stealth, suffered severe degradation in adverse weather. Heavy fog, torrential rain, and dense snowstorms scattered the laser energy, causing the M113 missile to lose track of its target. Witnessing this atmospheric limitation, the United States immediately terminated its XM-1069 Bradley variant, leaving Ottawa to fund the complex infrastructure entirely alone. This technical hurdle was compounded by an explosive domestic land scandal in 1987, involving inflated real estate transactions for the assembly plant in Quebec, which forced the resignation of a prominent defense minister and severely damaged the political credibility of the entire project. The ultimate betrayal, however, was driven by a radical shift in global defense doctrines following the collapse of the Soviet Union. Throughout the 2000s, Canada pivoted heavily toward counterinsurgency operations in Afghanistan, a conflict environment where asymmetric adversaries possess zero fighter jets and zero heavy armored formations. Facing a massive life cycle cost of $1.1 billion for just 36 operational units, political leaders in Ottawa began viewing the hyper-advanced system as an expensive Cold War relic. In 2012, under severe budgetary pressures, the government finalized the total retirement of the fleet. The decision to scrap or mothball these vehicles without any direct replacement was driven by the optimistic illusion of a permanent peace, effectively leaving Canadian armor exposed to future skies and setting the stage for a critical strategic blindness that would haunt the military a decade later. The strategic price of that peace illusion became painfully clear as global conflict dynamics rapidly transformed, leaving the military facing a severe personnel and equipment crisis. By abandoning its core ground-based air defense capabilities for 14 years, the military suffered a catastrophic degradation of institutional knowledge. In 2026, defense planners openly acknowledged that a massive generational gap existed within their ranks, leaving only 2 active personnel in the entire military with first-hand operational experience on the original platform. To mitigate this vulnerability, Ottawa rushed millions of dollars to deploy the Saab RBS 70 NG man portable system to protect its brigade deployed in Latvia. However, this man-portable system offers a much shorter range and completely lacks the heavy anti-tank capabilities that once made the original vehicle an absolute terror. The frantic push to correct this mistake culminated on April 9, 2026, when the government officially issued its formal request for proposals for the Ground-Based Air Defense Phase 1 Uplift Program. This urgent procurement initiative seeks to acquire modern short-range air defense and counter-rocket artillery mortar systems to integrate onto new armored platforms. This sudden reversal proves that the retirement of the Canada M113A2 ADATS was never a failure of the machine itself, but a profound failure of long-term strategic vision. The painful reality of 2026 reveals that cutting defense budgets by dismantling vital shields during peacetime is simply a delayed sentence of vulnerability when global stability fractures. The story of this hyper-advanced monster serves as a timeless warning that the most capable weapon is not the one on paper, but the one standing ready when war knocks on the door. Was the premature retirement of this platform an unavoidable consequence of changing times, or was it the biggest military mistake in modern Canadian history?